Okay, everybody, we're going to start out with a song about integers. Hope you're ready for this. All right, here we go. Integers in the field living room. Integers, if they're both negative, add them together and your answer is negative. That's just how it is. Integers, if one is positive, subtract those numbers, use the bigger one sign. That's always how it is. And don't forget two negatives when they turn into a plus sign in a row, uninterrupted. When you multiply and divide, don't forget two negatives when they turn into a plus sign in a row, uninterrupted. When you multiply and divide. Integers, they're both negative. Just add them together and your answer is negative. That's just how it is. Yeah, okay. With my daughter there. That was good. So good. So all right, so we're gonna do some expressions here, and the song, you need to learn the lyrics to these songs because, and I'm gonna give you this tomorrow, but you can see it right here. So if we have two negative integers, then we add them together and their answer is negative. -7 plus -6 is 7 plus 6, 13, -13. If one is negative, then you can subtract the numbers and use the bigger number sign. So -20 plus 17 is my example. 20 minus 17 is 3. The bigger number is 20, which is negative. So the answer is -3. Just like 20 minus 17, technically that's like -17. So that'd be a +3 because here 20 is the bigger number. Right back. All right, here we go. We are gonna continue now. So I think that you will find. All right. I think you'll find that those integer rules are helpful. And so let me hide responses. Okay. Okay, so here we want to combine these like terms, right? And we should all know that the like terms are the ones with the variables or the ones without the variables. Terms are separated by a plus or minus sign. So you got to know where your terms are. Separated by a plus or minus sign. That says separated. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. I have a -n and I have a, wait a minute now. Don't forget the two negatives when they turn into a plus sign in a row, uninterrupted by a number. So I'm going to rewrite this as -n. I'm just going to write -4 plus 4n plus 6. All right, so we change. So this is my criteria, right? Change two negatives to a plus where it applies, right? So -n plus 4n, then the -4 plus 6. Okay, we're getting there. Now I have my like terms next to each other. Now I'm going to combine like terms. I'm going to remember that -n is -1n. -1n plus 4n. And -1 plus 4 was -1 plus 4. I saw, you could write it like this. We could say, okay, -1 plus 4 next to the n, that's fine. So what's -1 plus 4? It is 3. And what's -4 plus 6? It is, well, we're going to subtract those numbers and use the bigger number sign. So 6 minus 4 is 2. The bigger number is positive, so it's +2. Even though 10 people got it wrong, hopefully now everyone can get it right. It's 3n plus 2. You guys want to do one more? Do one more like that? Let's see. What was this one? Okay. So I'm gonna look for my double negatives. I see a 1, 1, plus, minus, plus. Okay, no double negatives. I see my terms. I got 4 terms. I got -3n minus 6n. Okay, then I got a -7 and a +1. So here, if they're both negative, I got -3 and -6. I'm going to add them together, and my answer is negative. So 3 plus 6 is 9, -9. And then if 1 is positive, subtract those numbers. So 7 minus 1 is 6. Use the bigger number sign, that would be the negative. And I'm done. See, I love my integer rules. I didn't always use them. When I was your age, I didn't use integer rules. I used to have a number line and I used to skip around on it or do that in my head. And sometimes it was a little bit, mentally challenging on my brain. And now when I know the integer rules, it makes it a little easier. So then when I look at a problem like this, I can handle it. So write this one down. Combining like terms with negative coefficients and distribution. I hope you're ready. So when we have a number out front of parentheses, we are going to distribute it. So I'm going to distribute that to there and there. And I'm going to take this -4 and distribute it to here and here. Let's go. So 4 times -15 is -60. 4 times -3 is -12. P, because of the P there. -4 times -P is +4P plus 4P. -4 times 5 is -20. Okay, so now it looks just like the other one. So I got a negative and a positive variable term. So I'm going to subtract those numbers. 12 minus 4 is 8. Use the bigger number sign. And then I got -60 and -20. I'm going to add those numbers. 80. And it's negative because they're both negative. And that's it. Look at that. It's right there. Okay, you can do this. It's fun. Let's move on to, and I'm not using a calculator. All right, I'm not using Mathway. I'm just using my writing tablet. Look, I'll show you. I just have my writing tablet. That's it, okay? Don't use anything. This section is about you're using only your brain and a pencil, okay? No calculators. We use those later when you're older, okay? Combine like terms to create an equivalent expression. So we want to simplify. Simplify. I mean, this is giving us some freedom to non-simplify, but just change, but we're going to simplify. Okay, so I have my like terms are here and here. And then there's another pair. And this one is negative. I'm going to write an N and positive. So I'm going to subtract those numbers. 5.1 minus 1.9. And 11 minus 9 is 2. 4 minus 1 is 3. And I'm going to use the bigger number sign. Which number is bigger? 5 is bigger than 1. And 5 is positive. So there's a positive. 3.2t. Okay, my other numbers, I also have a negative and a positive. I hope you notice I'm doing the same thing. So 3.6 minus 1.2. And that is 4. And this is 2. So 2.4, use the bigger number sign. Which number is bigger? 3 is bigger than 1. So 3 is negative, so this is negative. Minus 2.4. Final answer. Got it? See, that's all you got to do. Use those integer rules, find the like terms, combine the coefficients, combine the constant terms, which are the numbers without variables. And that's it. That is it. All right, now we have 2 more though. Which expressions are equivalent to 6g minus 18h? So we could distribute, why don't we just do that? It aligns to what we've already done. So 6 times g and 6 times 3. So 6g minus 18h, so no, because you're missing the h. 2, multiply these by 2, so that's 6g, okay. But this would be 36h, so no. Distribute this 3. Let's see if it's the same as this. 6g again, 3 times, okay, right, all right, 18h. We got one. Let's see if we get another one. Negative 6 times negative g is positive 6g. Negative 6 times negative 3 is positive 18. Oh, what a negative 18. Okay. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6g. Negative 2 times negative 9 is minus 18h. And we got another one, 6g minus 18. Okay, so distributive property with variables. So, and this one is just backwards, giving me more practice. Don't need a calculator, nothing like that. Just my integer rules. Okay, last assignment. Which expressions are equivalent to negative f minus 5 times this guy? So remember, a lot of people got this one wrong here. The reason is probably because they didn't think of this as negative 5. So it is negative 5. So that's going to be negative 10 f. Negative 5 times 2 is negative 10. Negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15. Bring down the negative f there. And combine like terms. So we have a negative 1 minus 10, negative 11f.
Sean, person, please go directly to the nurse's office.
There we go. And I added them together and my answer was negative. And that's just how it is. That's shortcut. And so B is the right answer. Look at that. I think that's so good. We're going to sing the integer song just one more time. You ready? All right, here we go. Integers in the field living room. Integers, if they're both negative, add them together and your answer is negative. That's just how it is. Integers, if one is positive, subtract those numbers in the bigger one sign. That's always how it is. And don't forget Have fun.